Are all index funds equal? Okay. So this common entanglement said, hey, when I get my stimulus check, it's going to the S&P 500 and bills. Smart guy. Paying down debt and investing. Smart guy. Now, I asked him, just out of curiosity, how do you purchase the S&P 500? He said, Prince, I purchased the SPY. The SPY is the S&P 500. That spider there, which is not bad. And I think it's about 300 and something bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go here. Let's pull it up. I'm pulling up on my E-Trade. Let's see here. You can save it. I don't care. All right, don't get too fancy. SPY. Okay. Let's go to more performances. I have the SPY pulled up, and I asked, I said, you know what? Let's do a quick question. See if I can. Okay. Are all index funds created equal? Let's see what y'all are saying. He said SPY is 33. SPY? That's the expense ratio? Okay. Prince is going to say VU is better. Matthew, you're wrong. Woo, that was close. That was close, Matthew. Matt, that was close. I used to say that. But over time, I've gotten better. I'm going to tell you why I think I've gotten better. I'm going to let you guys and girls be the judge. All right, let's share the screen. Close. That was a close shot. $33.64. I'm thinking you're saying? Expense ratio? No, I don't think the expense ratio that high. Let's pull it up, ladies and gentlemen. No further talking. All index funds create the same. Matthew thought he had me. He thought, oh, I've been watching Prince for a while. He's going to say VOO, VOOO, which is Vanguard. So right here, this is the SPY, ladies and gentlemen. SPY. It's going for $366. That's what it costs to invest into the top 500 companies. So let's take a look here. Let's go down here. I'm going to stroll down here, and I'm going to compare these funds. I'm going to compare the SPY. We're going to compare, hold on, where we're at. We're going to compare the SPY against VOO, what Matt said. Matt out there in the Bay. Oh, VOO. And we're also going to compare to SWPPX, Charles Schwab. We got Charles Schwab, Vanguard, and Spider. Let's go. Let's compare these funds. All righty. Okay. So let's go down to cost analysis. They got the performance on here. The performance is not, okay, right here, cost analysis. So let's say if he took his $1,000, let's say if in Mr. Entanglement took $1,200 and he added no money, and let's say if he got, let's say 6% return in 10 years. Then he did it for, let's say 10 years. So right here, we're saying he took $1,200. He didn't add any more money. Estimated returns of 6%, just hypothetically. Right here, the SPY, over 10 years, he would pay $14.60 in expenses. Not too bad. The VOO, VOO, he would pay only $4.88, right? Not bad. But with SWPPX, he would only pay $3.26. So right now, you're putting your money in the SPY, but also you have the SWPPX. That is, you're paying 300% more for fees. So total expense, the fees, you're paying what? What's that? 3, 6. What's that, guys? That's about 400% more in fees over the 10 years that you won't see. And the SPY versus the SWPPX, right? Now let's go a little bit further. You're saying, okay, Prince, but the SPY is a better performer. Let's look at it. Let's type in SPY. Look at the performance. Let's go to charts. Up on the charts, I don't want to look at any moving averages. We're going to remove it. We don't want to look at any insider trading. We're going to remove that. And we're going to compare the SPY over the last 5 years. And let's throw VU on top of that. And let's throw SWPP. Oh, let's throw SWPPX on top of that. Boom. Let's put on a large chart. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. They are practically laying on top of each other. The VU, VOO, SWPPX, and the SPY. So why are you paying so much more money just to have the SPY when they're practically giving you the same performance? Let's go a step further, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go down this rabbit hole a little bit further. Let's see. Can I get back without you guys and girls should be able to see? Let me make sure y'all seeing my screen. Oh, y'all still on the same screen. Okay. Y'all still on the same screen. I thought y'all stream switch. Crap. I wanted y'all to see this at the same time. So sorry about that. We're going to go to compare these funds. I'm going to pull it back up again, and we're going to continue to talk. I want y'all to be able to see this at the same time. SPY. I thought it was showing y'all. I thought it went to my other stream, but it didn't. But that's okay. We're going to get it together. SPY, and we said the other one was SWPPX. So right here. This is what I was looking at. I'm going to show this to you guys and girls. We're going to stop that. We're going to jump back in here. And where are we at on here? Then we're on the second one down. Nope, I don't want that one. I'll give me 1 second. Let me get my, I want to show y'all on the screen so y'all won't say this guy just made some stuff up online. Okay, here we go. This is a cost analysis of someone who invested $1,200 and just let it sit for 10 years. Over 10 years, in the SPY, you would pay $14 in fees, total expenses. VU, you would pay $4.68 in expenses, and total expenses for what is this? SWPPX is $3.26 total expense. Now, what we did, the second thing we went and done, we went back to performance. We looked at the performance, and you can see right here that performance is the same. So SPY expense ratio is 0.09, VU expense ratio is 0.03, and you have SWPPX, which is 0.02. Sales load, this has a transaction fee. VU has a transaction fee. SPY has a transaction fee. SWPPX does not have a transaction fee, right? That's the way I was looking at it. So when you look at all of them, this is the performance of 10 years. You're look at the performance. The chart is exact same. VU, SWPPX, all these bad boys are the same. $35,000, $35,000, $35,000, right? So these are pretty much the exact same. VU is getting a little bit better performance, but it has a little bit more in fees. So who's counting? So right here, they're right on top of each other when it comes down to performance. So let's go a step further. Right here, SPY, SPY. We already said earlier the SPY cost is $366. SPY costs $366. Let's see how much VU costs. VU costs per share $336. VU and SPY cost the same, right? Now VU has less fees and give you a better performance. But let's look at SWPPX. How much does that one cost? SPY and SPY cost $366. How much SWPPX costs? What? $56. Wait. You mean to tell me this is lower fees? It's only $56 and it gives me the exact same performance of the SPY? What do y'all think about that? That's why all index funds are not created equal. Yes, Vanguard was VOO. VOOO was Vanguard. SWPPX is Charles Schwab. Entanglement state, good information. Anytime. Prince, what are your thoughts on VOOG? VOOG, that's Vanguard's growth. I'm not a big fan of it. We can take a quick look. Oh, how you doing, Miss Ruby? Out there in Memphis, Tennessee. Up late at night, the late night episode. So what are your thoughts on VOOG? All right, let's go back here. Let me pull the screen up. Let's take a look at VOOG. VOOG. All right. So when I look at VOOG, this is supposed to be Vanguard's version of no, that's not the one I want to look at here. All right, let's go here. VOOG. Right? How many times I'm gonna say VOOG? All righty. So when I look at this, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to compare you. Let's look at the chart. It's $223. It's an ETF. Let's get the S&P 500 off of it. Let's get that off of it. Let's take a look at over the last 5 years. Okay. So it has outperformed the market over the last 5 years. That's good. Okay, over the last 3 years. Okay, cool. All right. So this is my thing with VOOG. So next thing is, okay, you are overperforming. You're outperforming the market. Cool. Now I want to look at what's in the portfolio. Now, when you look inside of that portfolio, let's see what the top 10 holdings are. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Nvidia, Vista. Hope I didn't butcher that word. Microsoft, PayPal. Okay, VOOG. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like the NASDAQ. That's what it sounds like. So VOOG costs $223. Let's go back here to the charts because this is it's holding mostly tech companies. When I look at this and let's go to the chart. Since it's holding mostly tech companies, I don't want to compare you to the S&P 500. I want to compare you to the NASDAQ. When I compare you to the NASDAQ, you have underperformed in 5 years. You've underperformed in 3 years. You underperformed in 1 year. And you underperformed this year. So why even bother with getting VOO when I can just get the NASDAQ, which is QQQ? So right here, I'd rather get QQQ because the VOO Vanguard is holding mostly tech companies. You go to QQQ. Let's look inside of QQQ. Let's look up under the hood of the top 10 holdings. By Investico, you go to portfolio. Up under the hood of a QQQ, where is it at? Where's the top holdings at? Where's it at? Okay, you're trying to hide from me. Look at it. It has QQQ, has Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, Google, Nvidia, PayPal, and Adobe. Almost identical to VOO, VOOG. So I would be better off if I spent the $300 and got the QQQ. That's my outlook. So VOO, no VOO for me. Matt, out in the Bay, no VOOG for me. I would take the NASDAQ, QQQ. That's my thought process. So we learned all index funds are not the same. We talked about that second stimulus check. Okay, that's what Matt got to say. Matt said, that's true, but VOOG has an expense ratio also as a lower expense ratio. Okay, you're right. It does have a lower expense ratio, but how much lower is the expense ratio? And does the expense ratio beat the difference that is getting beat by? Like, take me for a prime example. If my property tax or my HOA increases for my home, do I like paying more money? No. But if they tell me, hey, we're going to increase your HOA, but we're going to cut your grass and we're going to put in new streetlights and we're going to, build a park and a pool. I don't care about property tax. I don't care if I had a portfolio manager, right? And my portfolio manager was charging me 2% a year, right? He was charging me 2% a year, but he was outperforming the market. Let's say the market goes up 10%, he goes up 15%, and he says, hey, my fee is 2%. That means I'm left with 13%. I'm still outperforming the market by 3%. I don't care what the fee is if it's justified that I'm making more money. I don't care about paying a little bit more if I'm getting value. So that's true. BOOG may have a lower expense ratio, but does the expense ratio make up for the underperformance? That's my thing. Like some people say, man, you know what? I can manage my own portfolio. Why go get a portfolio manager? If that portfolio manager, I don't have to log in. I don't have to do something every day and read all these financial reports. I can be the lazy investor. And if my lazy investor is outperforming the portfolio, not a stock, the portfolio is outperforming the S&P 500 and the fee that he wants, I still outperform the S&P 500 with his fee, I have no problem with a portfolio manager. Right? What's going on, Max B? He's in the building. He said, you have to deduct inflation. Yeah, you're going to have inflation. That's true. He said, so it's 10%. Yeah, so inflation. That's another one. We'll go for that. That'll take me down a whole nother topic if I put inflation into investing or whatever. But usually when inflation increases, usually stock value increases as well. So for prime example, inflation is the cost of goods and services increasing over time. So that means that dollar menu turns into the $2 menu, gas prices go up, Amazon prices go up. So corporate earnings usually go up with inflation. The only thing about it is people's pay don't go up with inflation. That's when you have a problem. But usually inflation is the cost of price and goods and services going up. When the price of goods and services are going up, that means that what? The companies are probably going to make more money. So it kind of offsets if you are an investor. If you're somebody with a regular 9 to 5 and all you make is $15 an hour, and every year your rent keeps going higher and higher and higher, your real inflation is increasing by 5, 6, 7, 8, 10%, right? But if you're an investor, as the price of things go up, so does your investments. Your portfolio should be going up because Coca-Cola prices is going up, McDonald's prices are going up, Chick-fil-A. People don't even care how much they spend at Chick-fil-A. How many people look at their bill at Chick-fil-A? They order whatever they want, they get it, and they move on because it got great customer service. It has a great product. And as long as it's not $100 for a burger, people don't care. Chick-fil-A can raise the price by $1 and people won't even notice for the majority of the time. Their customer base won't even know or will they care. Matt said that makes sense. Thanks. That makes sense. No problem, Matt. Anytime out there in the Bay, you know what? I disrespected the Bay one time when I said, somebody asked me, I said I never had been to the Bay. And then Facebook showed a picture of me at the Golden Gate Bridge one time. So I was like, oh, I did go to the Bay, but I was there so fast. I was at the airport and I had a long layover. And I said, you know what? What do I want to do in the Bay? That's the best airport too. That's one of the best airports in America. You know, they got very technology advanced or whatever. And I said, you know what? I want to go see the Golden Gate Bridge. So I think I took an Uber or something, went and saw the Golden Gate Bridge, took a picture. I think I went around downtown a little bit and came back to the airport. But it was only for about 5 or 10 hours. So technically I have been to the Bay, but I don't really consider it as going to the Bay. So, but yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about all index funds created the same. We talked about a little bit about portfolio managers. I don't care if the expense ratio is higher. The point I made with the index funds, with the SPY and the VOO and the SWPPX, I didn't care about SPY having a higher expense ratio or VOO having a higher expense ratio. The thing was their performance was the same. If your performance is the same, if Walmart and a local grocery store are both selling Coca-Cola, one is selling it for $2 and another place is selling for $1, guess where most people are probably going to go? They're going to go to the place for $1. They're going to say, what's the same thing? So I was getting the same thing. I'm just paying more for it. I'm looking at the performance. If you're performing the same, why are your fees so much higher? And it costs much more to get into. SPY, VU are $300 per share. SWPPX is only $56. And you can add, here's something else, Matt, and entanglement. If you're still in here, you only can pay $5, $10 to keep investing into it over and over. My nose is kind of itching too. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, he said, Max B said, everyone leaving the Bay now, come to the South. Yeah, everybody's leaving the Bay. Everybody's leaving the Bay. A lot of coming to Colorado and Denver. But yeah, you're right. You are 100% right. Bay is too expensive. I think they said an average house in the Bay costs $1 million just for an average condo. That's crazy. An average condo with no yard, a decent house costs $2-3 million. Like, man, if you're not working in Silicon Valley at Apple, Microsoft, or Uber or something, I don't know how people live there. I got buddies that I'm getting ready to call right now that's out in the Bay, and he said, well, most people work 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. That's crazy. Oops. For what? I mean, the beach is cool, but it ain't that cool. Hawaii is very expensive too.